Hey everybody, welcome back to What You Don't See, the podcast. We want to thank New Urban Living for hosting us today and for surrounding us with such beautiful art and furniture. If y'all haven't noticed, we are surrounded by beautiful lamps, art pieces, furniture, and everything's so comfortable, customizable. Y'all need to get over here as soon as possible because it is so...
This is amazing.
I know, we're
comfortable.
so comfortable right now.
I'm very jealous.
Oh my God.
Whenever I move into my forever home, I'm definitely going to come here. And I love how everything is sort of like curated already. Like if you don't have an eye for design, like I don't at all, you can come and they'll do it all for you, which I love. So y'all come check it out. Today we're talking about getting out of your head. We live in our head so much.
You're letting go of ego.
Letting go of your ego. We did have a past episode all on ego. But today it's sort of like getting out of your head, adjusting your perspective. I think that, sometimes we feel like we live in this paranoid state, right? Where we think everybody is thinking about us, talking about us, doesn't like us.
Or a comment that was made, oh, that was to me.
Yeah.
Like she made that about me.
Yeah. Or like, like if let's say Magda were to post a story on her Instagram, somebody who's feeling really insecure might take it as like, Magda's targeting me or whatever. And that's not the case. So y'all tell me about a time when you thought that, you were living in your own head.
Ooh, let me think about one.
Sometimes back in the day, I used to let's say like someone's picture and then like comment something and then they wouldn't, reply or like it back. But then I would see they would reply back to other people, right? So I was like, man, do they not like me?
That's
or
a really good example.
or
That's a good
like,
one,
are
yeah.
they, but then it happened to me where I post and I just have like so many comments.
You respond to some, you
that
forget to go back.
Exactly. So then I'm like, okay. So it's nothing personal. It might not be anything personal.
Yes.
And in the end, it wasn't anything personal. Then I
No.
run into this person in person. It's like, oh my gosh, how are you? Like, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, I was really like just
You were
tripping in
just
my
in your
head. Like,
about it. That's such a
So-
good example because that happens to me all
Yeah.
the time where I'm like responding to comments. I get distracted and then
you
I just
forget.
never go back to that post. And I'm sure people are like, why did she respond to Magda, but she didn't respond to Ingrid? You know what I
Right,
mean? And
yeah.
it's like, no,
And then
I
people
just
create
got
drama
distracted.
about it.
Yeah.
Like, let's say we're
that's
friends.
super important to talk about the
Yes.
drama that gets created.
Like, let's say we're friends and then we go out to eat and then I tag you, but then you don't post where I
Repost.
tagged you. Yeah.
Oh,
And then
like
people
repost.
are like, so are they're friends, but they're like, she doesn't want to post her? Or, you know what I mean? Like,
No, it's just that I
stupid
look
things
shitty,
like that.
okay?
Yeah, like stupid things like that.
It's
that
crazy
people
that
don't
can be a
think
thing.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I have
That
a
could be thing.
really good example. So G and I, we've been friends forever. And so people would say to her, oh my God, Sarah didn't even like your stuff, or she didn't even get on the thing.
Sarah doesn't get
and
on.
Sarah doesn't, does she even, are you guys, like, I see you do
Still
this for
friends?
Sarah, but I never see her like go to your page and write a comment. I'm like, well, half the time I'm not on Facebook like other people that are into social media so much. So I was
Right.
never really on it. And when I do go to it, maybe 2 weeks later, I go back and I like
yeah.
the
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
right? Because it takes me a while to get to the page.
Yes.
So, but they would tell her that, and then they would come back and they would be like, I haven't seen you take any photos with G. I mean, like, are you guys even friends? So then I would be in my head, well, oh my God, maybe I'm not, right?
Yeah.
And she would be in her head, oh my God, Sarah doesn't, maybe we're really not friends. And then finally we just sat together one day and we started talking about all these things that I was hearing and all the things she was hearing. And we were like, I love you. And she's like, I love you. And we're like, we'll never allow
Yeah.
other
Chisme,
chismes or getting into our head. If there's a conversation we need to have, we're going to have it together.
Yes.
Right.
And
Right?
that's the way it should be.
And
That's
it's
the way it should
bonded
be.
us. Like nobody can say anything because we're bonded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the dangers of gossip because one little misunderstanding can turn into, oh my God, did you hear Sarah and Giselle? They're not friends anymore. And it started over, Sarah didn't comment on Giselle's latest post. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, these are the dangers of gossip. And that's why I try really hard. Unless I hear it from that person's mouth, I try and think, okay, it's gossip. It might not be true. But it's just so easy to believe gossip. and people want to believe it because it's like juicy. You know what I mean?
It's juicy.
They want to believe it. And people are probably asking you that because they wanted gossip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I haven't seen
They want to
you-
see that drama of that bond breaking.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I've been through it. A lot, even on the social media. But I don't sit there and comment. I hardly ever get on my personal page just to post.
Yeah.
But then I leave because I'm always busy looking at my clients' pages to making sure that we did post. Okay, that was a good post. Okay, that was a good video. So most of my time I spend it looking at other people's. So
Sometimes I'm looking
don't
at
comment.
stories and I'm I don't know, doing my makeup and I just click on one story and then it starts just, going to other people's stories. And then they're like, hey, you saw my story. Why didn't you like it? I'm like, dude, I was doing my makeup. Like I wasn't even looking
You're
at
just
it.
allowing
That
it
just
to
kept
go- continue
playing.
to go.
Yeah, like it just kept playing and I missed everything,
I've been
know?
accused of that. Like you never like my stuff. It's because honestly, I don't get on social media
Yeah.
to look.
Yeah.
Me too. I get on to
Like,
post
I wish I
and then
did.
like whoever's on my fronts for my stories,
Yeah.
like da 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 da. Okay, bye. Like I'm done.
Yes, and by the time I get home, I'm so exhausted with looking at Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm as soon as I get home, I'm on Aritzia, Free People, like I'm on my shopping sites, and that's it. But I'll post a story and I leave, and then I don't look at it, and then later on at night, yes, I look to see
Yeah.
what's going on there, but I don't sit there and look.
And overanalyze.
Yeah.
And I posted about this recently. I try really hard not to go through who's looking at my stories because it's such a waste of time and energy. You know what I mean?
It's a waste of energy.
yeah,
It's a waste of time and energy. You know what I mean? So like, and then I don't want to like overthink about, like who's not in there, who's in there. You know what I mean? Like I try really hard. Obviously I'm not perfect, but I try hard not to look at, story views or go through who's liking my stuff, who's not liking my stuff. I try not to do that because then I'm going to get in my own head, which is kind of what we're talking about
Right.
today. So like get out of your own head.
Because it makes you insecure.
It makes you insecure. It makes you feel like a target when nobody's targeting you
and it
at
messes
all.
up your day for no
Yeah.
reason. Like
Like when you go to church and the preacher, whatever, talks about something. And
Oh, yeah, and
they're
then you
like,
feel it's
oh my
towards
God,
you."
he's talking to me, right? Because you're
Yeah.
you're
I see that a lot
self-conscious
that
or whatever.
on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, today
They're
the
like, "How
pastor
did
was
he
talking about me. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't go to church, so I don't know. I don't know. But I had a friend to tell me that I never liked her photos, and I love her to death. She's a close friend of mine. She's like,
Aww.
you never like my stuff,
Aww.
and I'm like, holy shit. Because I don't like anything, and I should, because this is what I do for a living, and I preach, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But like I said, I'm always so busy looking.
It's your work.
It's my work.
It's like an electrician. You'll go to his
Yeah.
house and there's all the lights are out because
Yeah.
they never have time to go back in and
a
change it.
hairstylist.
Yeah.
Same
And then
thing.
also, I post so much that like, how can I reasonably expect my friends to like every single thing?
post,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like I post like at least 5 times a week.
Yeah.
It's part of my job. I consider myself a content creator, and so I can't expect my family and friends to go and like everything. So I think it's just like,
I think I'm caught up with you, but then I'll go in and I'll be like, oh my God, like when did she do this one and when did she do that one? So I could spend like a good 20 minutes on Leah's social media.
No, my brother, a long time ago, he was like, Magda, like, I think I'm just going to limit to like 2 of Leah's pages because I like this one, and then I like this one, and then I like this one. And then before I know it, all I'm doing is liking
Going
Leah.
back and forth
my
on Leah's
God.
page.
He's like, so I think I'm just going to like,
that's too much Leah.
yeah.
That's too much
just
Leah.
limit 2. He's
Sorry
like-
guys. I'm sorry if you follow my law firm.
She's got funny
my
stuff,
personal, my clothing line. I have
And
too
you
many
travel.
pages.
No,
and I travel.
That
so
was before the clothing line. That was like a few years ago. And I couldn't, because I think we even had something else going on. So we were like all over the place. He's like, yeah, like I'm tired of following. Like I'm tired of liking.
it's okay. He doesn't have to like anything I post, and nobody has to like anything I post. And you know what? I don't care. I post things that I want to post
For you.
For me. If you want to watch it, great. If you want to like it, great. If you want to comment, great. If you comment, I'm going to try and comment back and engage with you. But I know a lot of people, they hide their likes. Have you noticed how
Yeah.
people?
Yeah.
I don't do that because like, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? I'm not posting to impress people. I'm posting because it's content that I love, travel content, or I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself in my bikini, and I'm posting it for me. You know what I mean? So just get out of your head, especially when it comes to social media.
Yeah,
Right.
social media could really bring you down.
Yeah.
I don't really care how many people like my stuff or who
I don't
looks at
care.
it, but I do every once in a while go through my stories because there's a few people that I think it's funny that they're still looking, right? Like the other day, I noticed that an ex-boyfriend of mine from Jesus, Robert was like 3. He's 30. It's still liking my stuff.
27 years ago.
Yes.
At least he likes
Well,
it.
no, not liking.
He's a supporter.
He's not even my friend. He,
Oh, so he doesn't even follow you, but he's
no,
going through your
but he's
stuff.
going through my
Oh,
stuff.
wow.
Yeah, I'm like, holy shit, you're still there.
Yeah.
Gosh. Yeah, see, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because then I'll be like overthinking.
You're still there?
and- yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I
I
don't want him
just
to
see
be
whatever's close to my page, like
Yeah.
because
The
I don't
highlights.
have time, right? And
Yeah.
so if I'm on the phone, it's because I'm answering a phone call, I'm doing something, I'm, WhatsApp, text messages, social media messages. I'm trying to respond, trying to talk to. I'm on thousands of chats. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get caught up.
Like right now, I don't think I've been on Facebook. I've gone on Instagram to accept our tags,
Tags.
but I
Oh,
haven't
we have
looked.
tags.
Yeah. But I haven't been on Facebook
Yeah.
to look.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have time to scroll and like and watch stories. Some days I'm just so busy that I don't have time to scroll and watch stories. And so that's why we just shouldn't overthink these
No.
things. But you know what's funny? Sometimes, like, you know how you have like those friends, and I'm one of them, where they post like long videos in their stories of like them talking or ranting or whatever. Well, sometimes I just flip through them. Like, I don't actually hear them.
Oh no, I never do. I never do.
And then I see them and they're like, yeah, like, you know, whatever. I'm like, no, I don't know that. And they're like, well, you watched my story.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
like, oh shit. I'm sorry. It's because I didn't have the sound on. And sometimes you're at work and you don't have sound on
No.
and you just kind of flip through, you know?
That's why captions on the videos are so important.
Yeah.
Captions on videos are super important.
Because I never have my volume up.
yeah.
I don't know what they're saying. Shit, not even when I'm watching TV. When I get home, I'm so tired, I watch TV on mute. Yeah. So imagine my social media.
Yeah.
You watch TV on mute? That's
I watch
interesting.
but
TV on mute.
you have it on mute while you're like shopping or whatever.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
You're not
yes.
just sitting there watching it on mute.
No.
Well,
I'm on.
I was picturing, I was like,
She's just there
that's
like,
really interesting.
No, I'm buying clothes on Aritzia. I'm buying stuff.
yeah, like
Yes.
you're on your like shopping or whatever, talking to Diego, and you have it on mute in the background. I can see
Yes.
that.
My husband hears TV so low. Like, I think it's on mute. Like, I'm like, I can't even hear that. He's like, it's because you're deaf. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, he's got ears of like, I don't know.
I'm the same. I like my TV to be like blaring, and I need captions. I need to hear it and I need to read it
Yeah,
in
same.
order to take it in. I don't know how people watch TV without captions. But anyway, living in your head. Just get out of your head. What are
get
some
out.
other examples that are not social media?
I'm trying to think of mine.
Someone talking bad about you,
I
or
don't
like
have them.
just main gossip, like overall gossip. Like someone says something to someone and they say it to somebody else, but it's not the same story. Kind of like teléfono descompuesto.
teléfono.
You've
No.
talked
Yeah.
on this.
I talked about
Yeah.
that.
about,
Yeah.
oh,
About
you
business.
were like, oh, I had a rough day, and
I
then
was
it turned
ranting.
into
Yes.
Sarah's
Sarah,
business
did you hear
is
Sarah's
closing.
business is closing down?
Yeah.
Or like me and my husband had a disagreement. Oh, did you hear that Sarah and her husband are getting a divorce?
Divorce,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? It's
I like to clip it. I like when I
Mm-hmm.
hear something, I usually make the phone call and ask, or let's confront
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Because I don't like this whole, she's
I
talking,
love,
blah, blah, blah. I'm
I
going to
love
cut it. I'm going to
the-
snip
the
it.
quote, gossip ends at a wise person's ear.
Yep.
So once you hear it,
Gossip.
that's it. Like, don't.
I love that. Say it
Yeah.
one more time.
Gossip ends at a wise person's ear.
Yeah. Like Leah and I had an incident once, about what, like 6 months ago, where they were saying all these things that you and I had said.
Oh,
and
yeah.
none of it was true.
Oh,
Like,
no.
like I was, yeah, I don't even really talk to these girls.
Yeah.
So I made phone calls, right?
Magda got on the case.
Yeah.
I got on the case and I clipped it.
Yeah,
Right,
you're
I
like,
clipped
I'm gonna
it.
Nip
Yeah.
it in the bud.
Why?
and-
Because, hey, I didn't say all this, and I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
But it was stupid. It was. I don't know.
totally irrelevant. and
Yes.
important.
Yeah,
That's
I'm the
why-
same way. Like if someone says something and I know it's like not true, like I'll go to the source. Like, who
Yes.
did you hear this from? Well, it was someone that like worked for you, but like No. Like, who told you?
Yeah.
And like, you better tell me, or else I'm gonna tell everybody that you are the one making up the rumors about me and not him.
shit.
Yeah, like I go that. Yeah, it's like you're because he was the one saying, spreading the rumors
yeah.
that he had heard from somebody else that worked for me.
And that's
So,
just as dangerous. You spreading the
he
rumors.
was
is
spreading
yeah.
something that wasn't real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's happened to me. And I confronted the girl there at the law firm, remember? She was saying that I was doing something to get business, which was not true. And she was telling other people. And I remember that I brought her in the office and I'm like, you're saying this and that. And she's like, oh, no, I never said it. I was like, I lied. I go, there's cameras. There's cameras and they caught you in action. I heard, and I saw them and then she confessed to it.
No.
Oh my
Yeah. So I said, why would
How
you say?
embarrassing, right?
Yes.
Like,
I go, first of all, why would you say that about me? What makes you think? And then my boss like, well, you must not be doing a good job if that's what you're doing for business, because it's not coming in. Because it's not
You're
working.
not very good at selling your body.
Yeah.
To get clients because it's not working.
Because it's not working.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's like I rather confront it,
Yeah.
cut it,
Yeah.
and just
Go to the source.
Go to
If
the
there's anything
source.
that we can say. If you're in your head about something, go to the source. Have the conversation.
Ask.
with
yeah.
the person.
Be open about it.
Be open about it
Communicate
and communicate.
about
Yes.
it.
because the more you bottle it in,
The more
worse it's gonna-
resentment
yes.
also you build up, and,
and,
then
and
like
sometimes it's not
resentment.
true.
resentment, and then you start throwing hate at someone
And
without
then you're
like
losing
no.
a friendship that,
Yeah.
yeah.
you would be losing a friendship.
And then we read all these memes like, well, if someone does something to you, just like let it go. Don't like, don't pay attention to it, ignore it. But for me, like you said, it's very important to, hey, no, like this is really bothering me and I heard this about it. So I really just want to clear things up and communicate about this so there are no miscommunication, misunderstandings, or like future gossip, that it's all BS.
Yeah.
So I would say always, like, if there's something bothering you, like, confront it. Like, hey,
Say it, and if you feel offended about what something is saying and you think it's about you, remember it's not always about you.
it's not always about
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
It's like the universe does not revolve around,
Around you, yeah.
People forget about you tomorrow. Like
Yeah.
they're living
Oh,
their
yeah.
own life. They don't care for the
Yeah.
most part.
I was
You
just
could
reading
commit
that.
something crazy, and then 3 weeks later, it's over.
Yeah.
You just go with the flow, deal with it.
sometimes-
Or
takes
like
a
when
little
you
longer.
die, people probably remember you like for 1 month.
But then you celebrate. Then you
Yeah.
celebrate. Then you
Done.
celebrate.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. What were y'all laughing about?
Nothing.
About the conversation we had earlier.
Which one?
When
She
I
said sometimes things will blow over after 3 weeks anyways. I said, sometimes it does. Sometimes it takes a little longer. But
Yeah.
and we'll have a whole episode on
it
this.
blows over, and I feel like when something happens to us, like, I don't know, like something bad happens in our life, we think everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When really, everybody's too busy with their own lives.
nobody cares about
Nobody
you.
cares.
Nobody,
Yeah.
like maybe 1 or 2 people care, but the vast majority of people like are too busy with their own lives to be worrying about what you're doing or what you're going through. Or
And
you
when
know?
you're fulfilled and you're living your fullest potential, your fullest life, you don't have time for that.
you don't
kind
have
of
time
crap.
at all
I don't have
to
time
be
for
looking
that.
at what others are
I don't
doing
have
or
time
saying.
for that. I don't
or-
really care. Like,
yeah.
if you're happy, I'm happy for you.
Right.
But really, because we've been down, and Leah, you and I had this conversation recently. We've been to a point where we've been kicked while we're down. I remember when I was down, and I was getting kicked while I was down. I felt judged. I felt that people were talking about me. When in reality, when I came back, and I'm like, okay, shake this off, because I'm really good at. I'll do my pity party for a little bit, and then okay, it's time to recover, and fuck everything, and it's time to move forward, right? When I came back, I realized that it was only the people that didn't matter
Yeah.
that had something to say, and
Yep.
the people that did matter, they were right there, ready to hold my hand.
Yeah.
The
my
people
gosh.
that matter will stand right next to
Yeah.
you no
Right.
matter what. And,
And
the people
then-
that don't.
Yeah.
The other quote is, you will never hear somebody that's doing better than you like talk bad about
Yeah.
someone that's doing less than them. It's always someone that's doing
And less than
you
Less.
that is gonna talk shit about you because
Yeah.
you're doing more than them. So
Yes.
I always think about that. Like,
That's
are
a good
you a
one.
person that's not doing much, or are you a person you know, that it's up there. So how are you going to treat others, you know?
Yeah. No, I've seen social media pages, and I could have said, oh, I think he's targeting me.
Yeah.
And maybe he was.
Yeah.
But I move forward. Like, I'm not going to
I don't even look at stories. So if anybody was ever like, you know, throwing indirects towards me,
You're like,
I would
even see it,
never
sorry.
know. Like, I swear I would never know.
because I wouldn't
I
hear
would
because
never
everything's
know,
on mute.
yeah.
I saw a funny meme, and it was like, imagine having beef with me and I don't even know you.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be on that level. You know what I mean? Like,
You are, because they were
are.
like, what? Don't mention your friends with Leah.
Oh, yeah, and I
she's
was like, who's that?
You are on that level.
Yes.
That's right.
And the reason why he said it was because this person was supposedly this girl hater.
Uh-huh.
So the first thing he's like, don't say you're friends with Leah because you just never know. Like,
Yeah.
and you don't want to mess it up. No, she wasn't a girl hater. She was like, oh, I love Leah and blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah.
It was,
I didn't even know who they were.
No,
So.
and I was able to have a conversation about us and everything. And she wasn't a girl hater, but who knows what she would say to him for him to
Yeah.
to
To warn you, don't say
Yes.
you're friends with Leah. So.
Yes.
But, I mean, I still don't know who they are. So.
no.
At the end of the day, just remember, they don't pay your bills, right? There's
And also
haters out
remember,
there.
whoever tells you like the gossip, like always think about why did they feel so comfortable talking bad about me in front of you? You know? So what were you saying that, you know, negative about me too? That
Yes.
She feels cool about talking bad about me too, you know?
So that's like with friends. When we had this conversation, I asked the question, when we have friends, is it, if I'm venting to you, let's say I'm venting about Leah, okay, Leah is about to do this, you think it's the right thing for her to do? Is it talking bad about Leah, or is it
Helpful.
asking for advice for my friend?
It just depends on who you speak to. So
Yes.
something in my age that I've learned is you can have a friend and you can be venting, right? And then they can be, if they're negative, they're going to take it and make it ugly. Or if you have a friend that wants you to have good friendships and relationships, they're going to take it and guide you to your
Yes.
best self
Right.
with the
Yes.
person. So listen to who you're venting to,
Yeah.
because the advice that you're getting
It's
is
gonna be completely
super
different.
important.
Yes.
Yes.
And if you're getting that negative vibe, then you need to stop venting to those
Right.
people, because
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
just going to get worse and worse.
I've vented before, like about my relationship stuff to
We've all vented.
yeah, like a certain like let's say one girl, right? And they give me this like, no, dude, like divorce, like this, like all the negative stuff. And then I've spoken to a completely different person. She's like, no, dude, like that's like I wouldn't even think about those things. Like just try like couples therapy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, holy shit, like I didn't even think about that, you
Yeah.
know? Or like you gave me like a completely different perspective. So I think it's important not to always like base yourself off of someone's opinion.
Just one person,
And then,
yeah.
like if it's something that's really bothering you, like talk to your friends, you know?
Yeah.
They all have different mindsets, different
Yep.
opinions. And in the end, like resonate with whatever, you know, feels right for you in the end.
Yeah.
Don't do something that somebody else tells you to do if it's not what you're, you know, going
Person,
for.
your persona
or
would
that's
be.
your choice.
I always I have 3 friends that will never take my side if they don't agree with it. And that's the group that I vent to. Like what happened with us on Saturday. I went with James the next day. That was Friday night, right?
Yeah.
So Saturday I'm like, James, this is what's going on, da 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 da. And then he's like, no, don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Right?
Like, yeah.
Right?
So then later on, he's like, you know what? Hold on, I have a little different perspective. Still don't overthink it, but that wasn't right.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, yes. Because then after that, Leah and I did have that conversation.
Yeah.
And then I tell him another situation where my neighbor was harassing me on the phone this past weekend. Like this random man starts harassing me, right? Midnight, are you up? And I'm like, James,
What?
this is not normal. Like, why is this man messaging me? Yes.
At
James
midnight?
like, oh no, he's probably just being a big teddy bear. He wants to be a friend. The next day I'm like, James, look. And he's like, oh, I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. This is not right.
Oh my, your
Yeah.
neighbor at home?
At the island.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like I just met him because one of our neighbors.
Are you up?
Yes.
Are you up?
You
Yeah.
got one of those
like in high
texts?
school,
Yes.
dude.
At
Yeah.
you up?
Like in
Are
middle
you
school,
up?
you up, boo boo.
No, boo boo, I was
Yeah, boo-boo.
sleepy.
With the C's.
No, I didn't reply to any of his messages. But I don't even know my neighbor. He lives somewhere and he just has an empty house there. But he comes down every
He's not even there.
He's not even there. No, in the Mesta party, he's got cameras everywhere.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
that's how he sees you too.
Yes. So I'm like, okay. I used to go out like.
Well, maybe he needed you to do a favor for him at his house.
Well, the other day he was like,
Imagine.
"Hey, can you
You
check the lights?
I know.
Can you
No,
check the
but you
lights?"
should start that way. Hey, Magda, are you awake? Please, like my lights are hot. You know what I mean? Don't just
Yeah.
ask, are you
Hey,
up?
Magda, yeah.
You know,
You
like
up,
that.
boo-boo?
Oh no, he sends
Be
me
clear in your communication.
Yeah.
He sends me a Middle Eastern song.
No.
That I don't even understand the lyrics, and he's like, "Please tell me what you feel about this." And I'm just like, "Oh my God, it's creepy."
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
It's been a day.
So he didn't want.
that
He
has
didn't want
not
his mobile check.
Oh my God.
He requested me on Facebook. Now he sees all my stuff. He sends me a message. Oh, I just saw that picture that you posted. Holy smokes, you're hot. Like just
Oh my God.
crazy stuff. So now I'm just like, okay, it's time for me to move my RVs to another.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm actually moving next month.
Oh man,
for
good
you.
for you.
So
Yeah,
annoying.
good
Yes.
Wow.
for you. Changes are good too. So
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like, okay, I don't need to be there. I'm already been harassed by 2 men there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
At LIV.
yeah.
So you're leaving LIV.
Yeah.
I never liked LIV.
Well, because you keep getting in trouble.
Dude, they would call the cops on me there.
She was always coming out on the newsletter because it's like a
You kept
It's like
coming
a-
out in the newsletter.
It's like
Always,
a
always.
retirement community. Like they're all older, and I rented a cottage there for the summer. And of course, like I want to party, have friends over, ride on my golf cart, and they were like always like getting me in trouble. And I was like, I'm getting out of here.
She was
that
always on the
sucks.
newsletter. Always. It was.
What would they say?
It was a. Well, there was a golf cart on the golf course.
Oh no, no.
Me and my friends on the golf cart on the golf course, and nobody was playing golf, and they were yelling at us.
Yeah, no, they're very. It's a. They want to make it into a 55 and over community,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
should be. I already have my name for when I am older. Like,
You
and
still have 6 more years, okay?
it's gonna be Maggie.
Maggie.
So yes, my winter Texan
You're
name
gonna
is
be
Maggie.
Maggie? Oh
Yes,
my God.
that's my winter Texan name, Maggie.
Maggie.
Yes,
I'm gonna
and my
be
friend,
Maggie.
my friend James is gonna be Jimmy.
Jamie.
So
and
Jimmy-
Jamie and
Jimmy-
Maggie. Oh no.
So
I
Jimmy's
hate
gonna
you.
be picking up Maggie
In the
you know,
golf
in the
cart.
golf cart to go hang out.
Yeah.
and go by the pool and do like maybe the aquatic
Oh,
workouts because we
man.
can't lift weights anymore.
Okay, well, we went way off topic.
Oh my gosh, like
we
way
went
off
way
topic.
off topic. Let's close this with
Don't get offended.
Don't-
Don't take it personal.
don't take things personally. Most people like you. Most people want to see you succeed. I can't think of a single person that
And those
I
that don't, they don't
And I
matter.
feel
Yeah.
that if they keep watching you is because they low key do like you, you know.
they admire you.
They-
Maybe
you know,
Like, maybe
like
they
it's
admire
not
you.
jealous.
It might be or
Well,
that.
I wouldn't go immediately to negative. Maybe
Yeah.
they like your stuff, like they like watching you because you inspire them, and maybe they're too shy to reach out. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. You just
Yeah.
never know what people are going through. Get out of your head. Don't overthink it. Enjoy your life, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye bye.